Well, it's Wednesday. Now, have I turned the corner? Here's a question on the fish. I've had 7 fish die in just over a week. No idea of the cause. No marks on the fish. Tested the fish. Nothing on them whatsoever. And now this is the second day without anything happening to the fish, and they seem to be swimming around quite happily. We've got one fish in the corner there. He's been getting chased by all the other fish. So I presume that might be a female that's going to hide in behind the pump. But the rest of the fish are lively. The water quality today is reasonable. We got some rain last night, and the temperature dropped last night again. But the water's cleared up quite nice. There's nothing today floating on top of the water. The skimmer's been going, taking anything off the water that's floating. But these last few days, all the water on the top has been covered in some form of dust or muck, just floating there. In fact, it reminded me a lot of grow bags or some form of compost. It was very light, floating soil. But today it doesn't seem as anything's happening in the pond, so I'll try them up with a little bit of food and we'll see how we go. The birds are all here. Every time I come to the pond, the birds come because they know there's food, and they're quite happy to come and take off anything that I drop. The little bird there always comes down. Let's see if I can get it down. We'll try this. There it is, coming closer. There it comes. Comes right the way down to the pond. Looks around for all the food that I might have dropped. Goes to all the usual places. Maybe 3 or 4 coming down when I've fed the fish, because they know I've fed the fish and they know that there'll be food floating on top of the pond. They won't go and take it off the water because I presume it's a little bit low down for them, but they will pick up any that I've dropped on the floor. So they act like a little Hoover. Okay then, so let's get some food in here. A little bit of food on the top for them and see whether they come up to eat it. And there's one taking it, but they seem very uninterested in the food. They say they normally come up and take it all at once, and They don't seem to be doing that whatsoever. They just seem to be swimming around and doing very little else. Okay, we'll do a water test today and we'll take one of the fish out and give one of the fish a scrape and double check, see if there's anything in there again. But I've done that every day for the past 10 days and I found nothing. Well, I scraped on the big fish and nothing found, so now we'll do a scrape on the waste filter inside of the skimmer. Now this is always a good place to find little bugs. There we go. Now what happens is that they get scraped off by the fish by being on the bottom of the pond or wherever. They float to the surface and the skimmer will pick them up and they get stuck in the skimmer. So if there's any bugs in the pond and the fish have got rid of them, they will be on this. You basically just scrape the glass across the skimmer, the foam or whatever you have in the skimmer, and you don't need to put anything else on it. Just slide this under the microscope as it is, and anything that's on there you'll see straight away.